Hello, good evening to every one of us. For those of you in the morning, good morning. For those of us in the evening, good evening to every one of us. Thank you for stopping and for watching and from learning as well. Okay, it's another wonderful time again to be together to learn. First, I want to say thanks to every one of us that honored the invitation of last week. God bless you richly, and I want to wish every one of us a happy new month with grace and glory. So, wonderful time. Today's episode, we're talking about marriage. My experience of life has prompted me to talk about marriage, and it will help every one of us to learn. So please, today's topic is some of the things that leads to divorce. Some of the things that leads to divorce. 1. Be fully convinced before going into a marriage with any man or any woman. Be 100% convinced that I'm going into this marriage with this person. Come rain, come sun, this is the person my heart go for. This is the kind of person you should go into a marriage with. So if you are going into a marriage, don't go into a marriage you said, I just want to consider her, or I want to consider him. It don't work so in marriage. If you are going into a marriage, say, she has been so good. She has been so good to my parents. Because of my parents, I want to marry her. Not in the area of marriage. Or he has been there when I was in school. He has been the one paying my bills. Because of this reason, I want to marry him. It don't work so in marriage. Or you want, because we are still a long time in the friendship, I just want to end up with him. Or I want to end up with her. Not in the area of marriage. It don't work so. So when you are intent going into a marriage, be very sure that this is the person I'm intending to spend the rest of my life with. And when you are 100% sure of the person you are intent going into a marriage with, come rain, come sun, you will stay in the marriage. You know why? Because your heart fully is convinced of the person you are intent going into the marriage with. Hello? So these are the things we need to be informed. Nobody knows it all. We are all learning. A marriage ground is a place you must not make a mistake. You must not make a mistake in the area of marriage. You may mistakenly happen to buy a house. You may change it after some years. You may mistakenly happen to buy a car. Maybe you want to buy Toyota's products and you ended up buying BMW as mistakes of a choice you make. After some time, you can as well change it, but not in the area of marriage. So, listen, beloved, you must not make mistake in the area of marriage, and you must not consider any person because she has been there for me when this was difficult. So for this reason, I want to marry her. Not in the area of marriage. And don't please your parents to go into a marriage with anybody. Don't please your friends or relatives to go into a marriage with anybody, because if you happen to do, you are the one that will suffer for it. Nobody will be there with you. So what I'm trying to pass to you, say if you are not married, you are just too privileged to listen to this message. It's for you. And if happen you are already married, okay, and the person you married to, you were not 100% very sure of the person you get into marriage with, please like this page, share and follow. There are many things we learn in this page. We learn together. Nobody knows it all. We are all learning. But information is very important in life. When you are informed, you will not be deferred. So now comes to the area of conviction. If it is 99.9% before going into marriage, don't go. 99.9%, don't go for it. Because if you happen you go into 99.9% of conviction into a marriage and it's not 100%, there is a tendency that the marriage will not get to the evening. It will not stand the test of time. There's a tendency that the marriage, anytime your heart begin to tell you, oh, it's like I married this brother because of she or he, or because of A day will come, you may make another choice that will pleasing your heart, because it was not fully convinced of the intention of you going into the marriage. Here comes in the area of hot-tempered. If you are a hot-tempered person, your intent going into a marriage, it may lead to divorce if you did not walk in the temper. If you are intent going into a marriage with a hot-tempered, your marriage may not stand the test of time, because marriage is not a bed of roses. I'm not speaking with books. I'm speaking with personal life experience. It's not head knowledge, but with personal life experience. So if you intend going into a marriage and you are a hot-tempered person, please take your time, work on your weakness, work on those things that you think is done. You may think, I can work on it when I get to the marriage. It don't work so. Work on your temper now. If you are a hot-tempered person, it can lead to divorce when you are into a marriage. And you are a hot-tempered person, when you are angry, or when you are pissed up, or when somebody offends you, you begin to bring it down, you begin to destroy the things in the house. Or you are the type when you are angry until you have done that is in your heart that you want to do. You will not let go. You understand? So hot-tempered persons cannot keep a test of time in a marriage. And if you are a hot-tempered person, please, if you are hearing me, please, if you are hearing me, just give me a thumbs up. I want to be very sure that the volume is okay. If you are hearing me, give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up if you are hearing me. Brother Destiny, are you hearing me? Please give me a thumbs up if you are hearing me. Sister, okay, I'm seeing you. Good evening. Good evening to you. If you're hearing me, just give me a thumbs up. That's yes, I'm hearing you good. Is anybody there? Just give me a thumbs up. So if you're a hot-tempered person, work on your temper, because your temper may not stand the test of time. A hot-tempered person may intend in the evening of the marriage not stand the test of time. When we are talking in the area of marriage, let me make something across to us clear. Okay, marriage is, I come to understand that marriage is in a three group of, you can describe it morning, afternoon, and evening. That is how I understand marriage. Okay, in the morning is the beginning of the time you get married. Okay, and the time you just get into marriage, the few years of the marriage. In the afternoon of it is when you start bearing children. Okay, this is the afternoon of your marriage. While in the evening of it is when you start eating the fruits of your labor from your children. Okay, this is the evening of the marriage. So if you are a hot-tempered person, you may test the test of time in the morning because it's still somehow rosy. But in the afternoon, when children's responsibility and demands is coming from right and left for you, there's a tendency you may not able to keep it up with your hot-tempered. So a hot-tempered person may intend not to get to the evening of the marriage. When you are angry, you begin to say all kinds of foul words to your spouse, being a woman, being a man. There's a time the woman or the man may absorb whatever you are passing to him or absorb what you are passing to her. But it comes to a time that no, this have to stop. After some time of years of waiting, thinking you will change. So that is the reason why if you are a hot-tempered person, please work on your weakness. Before thinking of going into marriage, work on your weakness. And my sister, brother, look, if you have a hot-tempered person, the scriptures make us to understand. He said you should not go with a hot-tempered person. This was how the scripture said. He said, don't make a friend with a hot-tempered person. A hot-tempered person may not be